Greetings and welcome. Thanks for so much for coming by and checking out the video, checking out the channel. I really appreciate it very much. You guys are amazing. Welcome to all of my returning friends and welcome very much to new friends that have never been here before. This is a collective energy reading and it is timeless. So whenever you get this message, it is the right time for you. You had some question, something was bugging you, you were looking for a little bit of either confirmation or clarification, something. There was a reason why this message came to you, and I am very, very glad that it did. You are very, very welcome. If you can take a moment, if you are so inclined, and hit that like and subscribe button, and that way we get it out of the way. It does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find the videos and find this channel. I don't have any money on this channel. It's not monetized or anything like that. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Please do feel free to share comments as well if this reading resonates with you or if it doesn't. Your feedback is really very helpful for the channel to bring you even better and more clear information and guidance, okay? So feel free to leave comments if you are so inclined as well. As you know, we have been looking through the Woodland Wardens Oracle Deck recently from Miss Jessica Roux, and I always like to look at the cards first before I go through the extended reading in the book and just kind of get a feel for the energy for the cards. I have no idea what it's going to say in the book, but what's not to love about this card? It is card number 46. And yes, I have been having to look up some of these larger Roman numeral numbers. And that corresponds to the Page of Cups in the traditional tarot. This card is the butterfly and snowdrop, and it represents hope. And we know with the Page of Cups, normally, he is bringing this cup. There's a little fishy jumping out of it, which I always find very interesting. It's like abundance is right in your grasp. And that makes perfect sense for this card. Butterflies are, for me, a message of transition and metamorphosis, becoming something amazing, something magical, really, from something that crawls around on the ground and munches on leaves and grass, right? From that to this glorious, free spirit. Butterflies, I think, represent a lot of times for me just that representation of freedom of spirit, freedom of expression. They go wherever they want to go and they're looking for something beautiful. They are beautiful beings looking for something beautiful. And what's not to love, right? Snowdrops I'm not really familiar with. I believe that they are one of the early bloomers from winter's little sleeping cycle that a lot of colder climates have. And I base that just on the name and also what I've seemed to recall. So if you guys happen to know or you have personal experiences with snowdrops or butterflies, I would love to have you share those stories in the comments. That would be so awesome. But it's a beautiful card. I love 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 9 snowdrops, and I love the color, or the number 9. It is obviously one of the power numbers. It's one of the Tesla numbers. And the card number 46 reduces down to a 10, which is a 1. That's a card of beginning, new energy, right? Ones are something new. They're the first step up from 0, which is ground zero. And this card gives me, as it says, hope and something to look forward to. So looks like an amazing energy read for the day today. Let's take a look at the extended reading in the book. And this is card 46, the butterfly and snowdrop, and it means hope. The butterfly and snowdrop, 2 symbols of spring, remind us that winter will soon end and hope is on the horizon. Butterflies develop through metamorphosis, transforming from an egg into a larva then becoming a pupa or chrysalis, and finally hatching into an adult. The egg stage is so humble, and the full-grown butterfly so astounding, the process can feel like magic. The snowdrop has a bit of magic about it as well. It is one of the first flowers to appear towards the end of winter, signifying that brighter, longer days are just around the corner. So there's a period of hardship that's coming to a close, and better days are ahead. Take heart in signs of the coming thaw. I love that. That's awesome. And what is our question for today? So I forgot to ask you, but go ahead and get your journals and pens or notebooks or whatever it is that you are writing down these questions. There is just one question to be thinking about throughout the day today. As you are remembering this card, you're remembering the image, and I do invite you to really connect with the image on the card that you are seeing. It's one of the reasons why I don't do live videos where I'm putting a card in front of a camera. For myself, that is very distracting from the message, and it's hard for me to connect with the cards when they're being, put in front of the camera. I'm not casting any shade on other readers. By all means, I love their readings too, and I am a devotee of several, as you guys know. So nothing like that. But just for me personally, I really like having the image of the card in front of me to really get a feel for the energy. So the question for today, and I'm assuming that with all of that spiel now, you guys got your paper and pencil or notebooks or whatever. Our question for the day is, what gives me hope in times of scarcity? And winter traditionally, is a time for scarcity. There's not a lot of trees that are putting forward seeds, or plants for that matter. There's a lot of animals that hibernate completely and aren't even available for other animals to eat them, I guess, right? I mean, there's just tons of examples of how winter can sometimes be a very scarce season, and it can feel like that scarcity, that lack. And we know it's not a good idea to be putting our energy and focus and attention on feeling scarcity and lack, because what we are paying attention to is what we are drawing towards us. And if right now you are going through a period, or you've just been recently in a period of scarcity and lack, and things are just starting to turn for you, or you think you might see a light at the end of the tunnel, by the way, you are the light at the end of the tunnel. You are your rescue. You are your salvation. It's not going to come from anybody else. It's coming from you. So take hope. Nothing is permanent. All things change. There are opportunities if we simply open our minds and our hearts and look and ask for that divine guidance, that divine wisdom. So that's what this card is telling to me today. To have hope, to not be concentrating on what isn't working, that isn't helping, but to concentrate on the picture of what we want, what we are actually moving towards, what we are hoping for. It reminds me very much of the weekly energy, or the weekly tarot reading that I just posted a couple of days ago. You guys feel free if you haven't already checked that out. But the very beginning of the week here, no surprise, Monday, Tuesday, the first part of Wednesday, we were looking at the big picture. That's where hope comes in. That's where hope comes in, where we are really concentrating our energy and attention and focus on the dreams, the visions, the goals, your little to-do list for the day. Stop working on the things that aren't working for you, right? Stop that. Just pay attention to what is going to bring you closer to your vision and your goal. We can keep it super simple and just say like that, right? So that's the energy reading that I've got for today. I love this. I think it's amazing. And I told you guys a couple days ago, the weekly tarot reading, that I felt hopeful this week. So big shock that this card comes up, right? So anyways, I want to tell you thank you again. You have the most amazing, blessed day, and ciao for now.